The haunting of the abandoned car factory. In the heart of a forgotten industrial town, where rusting machinery and shattered windows bore testament to a once thriving automotive empire, stood the abandoned car factory. Its towering smokestacks now stood like sentinels guarding the remnants of an era long past. Yet, this place held more secrets than time had allowed to fade away. Local legends whispered of strange occurrences within the factory's walls, from eerie lights flickering in the night to distant echoes of phantom machinery. But these stories did little to deter a group of urban explorers who were determined to uncover the truth. Among them was Alex, a young and skilled mechanic with a passion for classic cars and an insatiable curiosity about the supernatural. On a moonlit night, the group gathered at the factory's entrance, their flashlights cutting through the dense shadows that clung to the walls like a shroud. There was Sarah, a fearless photographer, Mark, a history buff with a penchant for ghost stories, and Lisa, an engineer with an analytical mind. As they ventured deeper into the decaying factory, the temperature seemed to drop unnaturally, sending shivers down their spines despite the layers of clothing they wore. The air was thick with an almost tangible sense of foreboding, and the group's laughter and banter grew hushed as they pressed on. Their flashlights revealed rows of half-finished cars, frozen in time like eerie relics of a bygone era. Tools lay scattered across workbenches, coated in layers of dust, as if the workers had suddenly abandoned their tasks. Mark's historical knowledge offered a chilling insight. The factory had shut down abruptly decades ago after a series of mysterious accidents claimed the lives of several workers. The group exchanged uneasy glances but pressed forward, curiosity overriding their apprehension. Alex, the mechanic, couldn't help but admire the classic cars that lay hidden under tattered tarps. Their forms seemed almost lifelike in the dim light, as if waiting for a skilled hand to breathe life back into them. Sarah's camera continued to capture the scene, but the photos began to reveal unsettling anomalies, faint, smoky wisps that seemed to curl around the vintage cars and spectral figures that appeared in the corners of the frames. She showed the pictures to the group, and a hushed silence settled over them. The legends of the haunted factory suddenly felt more real than ever. As they ventured further, they stumbled upon a heavy metal door partially obscured by debris. It led downward, into the depths of the factory's basement, a place not documented on any blueprints. Their curiosity got the better of them, and they descended the creaking staircase, their flashlights revealing damp walls and an unsettling scent of decay. In the basement, they discovered an expansive chamber, unlike anything they could have imagined. Strange symbols adorned the walls, and at the center of the room lay a large, ornate seal etched into the floor. Before they could fully comprehend the scene, a sudden gust of wind extinguished their flashlights, plunging them into darkness. Whispers echoed through the blackness, and a chilling voice seemed to speak from all directions, recounting tales of pain, betrayal, and unfinished business. The group realized they had stumbled upon the source of the factory's haunting, a malevolent entity that had been trapped within the hidden chamber for decades. Panicked but determined, Alex remembered his mechanical skills and the tools he carried. He ignited a makeshift torch and revealed the entity's form, a grotesque amalgamation of shadows and ethereal energy. With the entity released, the group's fight for survival began. It possessed machinery and twisted it into deadly traps, causing the very factory to come alive in malevolence. Lisa's engineering expertise, Mark's historical insights, Sarah's ability to capture the supernatural, and Alex's mechanical intuition all became crucial. They deciphered the symbols on the walls and pieced together the entity's tragic story, a scorned inventor who had been betrayed by colleagues and left to die within the factory's depths. To defeat the entity, they realized they needed to repair the cars that had once been its creations, to fulfill the inventor's lifelong dream. As the group worked tirelessly through the night, they could feel the presence of the entity growing weaker. Its rage was being replaced by a bittersweet acceptance. As the first rays of dawn pierced the factory's windows, the last classic car roared to life, its engine a triumphant crescendo that echoed through the entire building. The entity let out a mournful wail and dissipated into the air, leaving behind a sense of peace that the factory hadn't known in decades. The urban explorers emerged from the factory, exhausted but victorious, their bond forever forged by the harrowing experience. The factory, once a site of darkness and dread, would now be remembered as a place where a group of determined individuals had united to put restless spirits to rest and restore a long-lost legacy. And as the sun rose, the smokestacks that had stood like sentinels seemed to exhale with relief, as if the factory itself was finally free from its haunted past.
Yeah.